In today's video, one of the firearms we're going to be looking at is the Rossi Model 92. The one we're shooting today is a lever action, chambered in 38 357. The ammo we're going to shoot for our first, just getting familiarized with the firearm today, is going to be the Blazer 158 grain lead round nose ammo. Let me put 5 rounds in our firearm here, and we will see if we can put some hits on what we're going to call a charging zombie target. Let's see how we do. Here we go. A little bit high, but we're on the paper. You may have noticed my first shot, I just dropped right in the top there. That's one of the nice things about these Model 92 rifles, is you can drop load shells in there. Here we go. Same spot. So we're about 6 inches high at this range. We're at 25 yards. I believe that's something like an 11.5 by 13.25 target. Yeah, some weird measurements. At the bottom half of a silhouette. Looks like our group, oh jeebus, yeah, what the hell? Insects, gotta hate them. Oh, son of a biscuit. Look at the bite it put on me, you bastard. I think 4 of our shots are touching. The 5th shot might be just above it. We'll have to review target cam. Hopefully they're all on target. Oh, target cam might be a little low. Oh. Okay, let's load in. We'll do 3 more here just to make sure we have some hits on target cam. Oh, I babied it. Oh, our bag is falling apart on us. Let's try to chronograph this Blazer ammo. This is the 158 grain lead round nose. Let's see if we can get 5 measurements out here. I'm going to aim a little to the right of our previous group. 1021. 1001. 1005. 1012. 1017. Okay, let's shoot another 158 grain 38 special projectile. This one is a MagTech ammo. This one has the lead round nose projectile. This one a slightly less, we'll say conical, more rounded lead round nose. MagTech 158 grain lead round nose. I'm going to try to put these a little to the left of our first group. $1,019. 1002.
1030, 1025, 1025. The third 38 special ammo we will be shooting today. This is the first and only of the Full Metal Jacket 38 special we have today. This is a 130 grain Full Metal Jacket by Federal in their American Eagle line. I'm going to try to hit these in the bullseye. We'll see how it goes. $1,114. $1,109. $1,140. $1,092. $1,115.
The final ammunition that we have to test today is Federal American Eagle 357. This is a 158 grain jacketed soft point. I am going to aim a little to the low right of the bullseye, actually low left of the bullseye. We'll see where these pattern. And hopefully we don't need to change the setting on our Doppler. We're about to find out. Even though this ammo is very, very shootable, it is noticeably spicier in terms of the recoil compared to the previous 38 special rounds that we fired. I would say it would be expected. Still very manageable, not like shooting a crazy elephant gun or something. Here we go.
$1,859.
That sounds more believable.
$1,847. $1,849. $1,862. $1,847. For our 38 special ammunition, both the MagTech and Blazer 158 grain lead round nose have an advertised velocity of 755 feet per second. Our average velocity is well within the difference of one round to the next between those ammos at 1,012 and 1,020 feet per second, which comes out to 359.2 foot-pounds of energy and 364 foot-pounds of energy. Moving to our 130 grain Full Metal Jacket 38 special in the Federal American Eagle, while our velocity is higher, as expected, at 1,114 feet per second, that difference in velocity does not equate to more energy, where we see we have slightly less energy at 358 foot-pounds of energy. The real story, though, is, well, why 357 Magnum? This is why 357 Magnum. For the same weight bullet, the 158 grain projectile that we used with two of our 38 special ammos, in 357 Magnum, our velocity goes up to 1,853 feet per second for what sounds astounding, no, it's not a typo, 1,204 foot-pounds of energy.
We've seen how this ammo, the 38 and 357 ammo, the velocity numbers we get out of our rifle. what numbers we get now out of our single action Army style revolver, also in 38-357.
We're going to start with the Blazer 158 grain lead round nose now. $7.97. 809. 808. 781. 813.
A noticeable and significant drop in velocity compared to our rifle. Let's see how our next ammo does. This time we are going to do the MagTech 158 grain lead round nose projectile out of our single action Army style revolver. All right. Let's see if I can get these at a little different spot. I'm trying to hit different places on our target so we can see where they all pattern. I'm going to try to get this on the right side of our bullseye. $785. 819. 819. 782. 813. Again, a noticeable and significant difference compared to the rifle. While I'm reloading this, let me show you here. The reload that I'm doing is what they call the John Wayne reload. This is where you load one, you skip one, you load your next four, and now when you drop your hammer is down on an empty cylinder. This is often how you will load the firearm if, say, you're doing cowboy action shooting. This is the Federal American Eagle 130 grain full metal jacket 38 special. We'll try to do this on the left side of our bullseye. Here we go.
$884.
882.
901. 891.
882. And now the final ammo that we're going to shoot out of our single action Army style revolver today is the Federal American Eagle 158 grain 357 jacketed soft point. We'll try to put these in the segments.
1,125. 1,341. 1,332.
1,367. 1,366. Not quite as punishing on my hand as I anticipated, but I would say I would not want to shoot those all day, every day. That's for sure. All right.
Out of our Colt single action Army style revolver with the 5.5 inch barrel, the velocity numbers we achieved today are very similar to what are advertised on the boxes, which makes sense since the advertised velocities are probably pistol length barrel velocities. For the Blazer ammo and the MagTech ammo, again, both 755 feet per second is the advertised velocity. Again, almost identical numbers, 802 and 804 feet per second respectively, for 225 and 226 foot-pounds of energy. Moving to our 138 grain full metal jacket 38 special for the Federal American Eagle, we do see again another increase in velocity to 888 feet per second. And this time the difference in velocity is such that we see a very slight 227 foot-pounds of energy, again almost identical energy to the other ammo. And again, as expected, moving to the 357 Magnum, again with a 158 grain jacketed soft point projectile, we see a 1,300 feet per second as our average velocity, which is more than double the energy of our 38 special, in this case at 508.5 foot-pounds of energy. As we take a quick dive into the conclusion end of the pool today, the velocity and energy numbers we saw told the most important bits of the story. We saw acceptable, what I'd call target performance from our 38 special ammo. The velocity and energy numbers aren't going to wow anybody, but they're at least consistent with what was printed on the boxes. And the ammo was plenty accurate and reliable enough. For time considerations, we eliminated the 50-yard portion. It also didn't look any different than the 25-yard portion, where we really couldn't say anything more than at 25 and 50 yards with all ammo, our rifle was about 6 inches high. At 100 yards, the 38 special was probably spot on, while the 357 appeared to be maybe a smidge high. With the 357 158 grain ammo from our revolver, we saw performance consistent with what is printed on the box, though we have a 5.5 inch barrel to their 4 inch, so there's that in the mentionables bucket. When it comes to the rifle with its 24 inch barrel, we saw velocity well above what's printed on the box. This makes sense with, 20 inches of added barrel length. Younger generations today probably don't think of 357 Magnum as a rifle round, but as shown today, it can also be a very capable one. In states like the one I live in, rifles that fire straight-walled pistol cartridges like 357 Magnum are legal and commonly used deer hunting rifles. At the closer ranges that deer in this part of the world are taken with, 357 Magnum from a rifle, or even a pistol in the right hands for that matter, is more than capable of the job. Mentionable on our revolver and rifle of the same discussion today is more on the competition than the hunting side of things. Single action shooting, or cowboy action shooting, remains an extremely popular type of firearms competition. Don't worry, we're not going to get in any rules or pretty much anything else besides this comment on ammo. Some contents stop the clock when you reload, but when reloads matter on the clock, not having to fumble around for the right cartridge for your firearm is a big time saver. Not all groups and contests are the same. I've participated in more than a few where a on-the-clock reload, sometimes for as few as 1 round, was in place just to help separate the field. Having a firearm like the Model 92, where you can drop a round in the action on a single reload shot, can be a big time saver. That's about as far as we're going to dive into the single action competition in an already long video. If you'd like to see us dive deeper into the single action competition side of these firearms, let us know in the comments. Speaking of comments, if you didn't enjoy today's video, let us know why, or sleep tonight knowing Fred is judging you. If you're a cat person, Fred is also judging you. Cat person or dog person, I'm glad you made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, like it and share it with your friends and family. Those types of things really help the channel greatly. Well, anyway, enjoy some 100-yard bonage god footage on the way out. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day. Right, Frederick? They gotta have a good day. Oh, except the cat people. Okay, you guys can have a good day too. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm gonna do my first shot at what looks like maybe a bowling pin out there. Here we go. I'm gonna say we're gonna leave the sights right where they are. Let's see if we can hit that left hand gong. And now, whatever the random one in the middle. I think I hit the hanging strap, not the gong. We were definitely in the ballpark though.